Well, let's see. First off, I'm taking this video with my cheap tablet, so don't expect too much quality from it. And what we have here is a Epiphone G-400. I think it's called Road Worn or something. It's that non-gloss finish. I got this really cheap from a soldier on Fort Bragg that was unloading everything he had so he could move to another post. And it had a lot of problems. The nut was broke. So that got taken out. The truss rod cover, the bolt, the little screw for the truss rod cover was broken off inside there. So I had to get a pardon me, I'm doing this all from my wheelchair, and it's kind of hard to sit in a wheelchair and take video. But I got something like this. What it is just a piece of hollow tubing, and maybe you can see it a little better. And I cut about 1 inch off it, and I made a mini hole saw with my little Dremel cutoff tool. And then after I made it I cut about a 1 inch piece off, I made with the cutoff blade, I made little teeth on the edge of it so it could drill down in here in reverse, and it just drilled around the broken off stud or the broken off screw that was there. And I got the screw out, then I just drilled it out, and I glued with some wood glue. I fit a 3/16 hardwood dowel down in there, glued it, cut it off level to the headstock, and when I put it back together, I put these 2 screws in first, and then I drilled for the hole right here for the 3rd hole for the truss rod cover. This guitar, I never really got along with it, so I started cannibalizing parts off it, and it had Grover tuners. I took the Grover tuners off it, and I put them on this little guitar right here. Another Epiphone. It's one of those slab body guitars. I think it's called the Epiphone Special 1. That was called the Epiphone Special 1. And so what I'm going to be doing, I'll be taking a series of videos and putting this back together so I can get rid of it, sell it, whatever. I probably won't make a profit off it, as I usually don't. But I have the stop bar tailpiece and the bridge assembly, and everything else is completely stock. Everything works. I just took these two volume and tone controls off, and I put it on that guitar right there. That, if you can see them down there. So I'll have to take them back off it, and I'll have to find new tone controls for that guitar when I rebuild this. I want to do it with the cheapest way possible. Oh yeah, and this guitar got smashed from the guy that I got it from, and someone attempted to fix it, and I'll see if I can match it up a little better. If not, no big deal. It doesn't make any difference in the playability of the guitar, but everything works good on it. Switch works fine. All the tuners, they all work fine. Yeah, and it's not a bad guitar. It just doesn't work for me. Here's the back. It doesn't work for me because the neck is too long, and sitting in my wheelchair, my arm has to stretch way out. So Stratocasters and Les Paul Jr. type guitars work better for me. So yeah, I did a fret level on this, a fret leveling crown, but it's been sitting up for about, I don't know, maybe a year. I'll have to check again, see if the wood's shifted, swelled or anything, see if the frets are still level. If not, I'll address that, and these frets will be polished. And I have a Tusq nut that's going to go in there. This is a 2010, so I got this number here, PT6060-00. It's for 2014 and below Epiphone guitars, because they use a taller nut. After that, I think the number is 6061. So I'll be putting this on, this Tusq nut, and I will be putting this set of locking tuners on it from a company called Geiker. And the first set I bought was terrible. I bought them because they had a um, a few good reviews, and they just looked pretty good. If you look at one, you'll see um, it has its logo on the lock. They're locking tuners. It has a logo on the lock screw, the thumb screw, and to tell you, look at these. The chrome is fantastic. The chrome is flawless on all of them, but the machining on them leaves a lot to be desired. And I had to order another set because the first set that I got, the thumb screws were weren't able to come out. The thumb screws were so tight in there to remove and tighten back up. I hurt my fingers, and I'm used to using Fender locking tuners, which are silky smooth. But anyway, I had to actually take one of those things you open a jar with and put it on there, and and really turn it. This one here is one of the second set. It's still a little tight, not as tight as the other one. So I took some of the good ones from the first set and some of the I took all the best ones and made one set. I think 4 of them were bad. One of them had the hole where the pin goes up through the string post. It was drilled on an angle, and the pin was coming out of the string hole. So that was no good. It wasn't going to lock the string down. But they look really nice, and they're 1:21 ratio tuners, which kind of drew me to them. So I'm going to be putting these on, and I just got the second set, and I put just a drop of oil on the threads of the tuner here, of the thumb screw. I'm trying to do all this with one hand while I'm holding my tablet with the other. So this one here seems to be working good, and I left it out so I can show it. You can see there's the thumb screw, there's the shaft and the pin, and these threads right here, I don't know if it's the threads here or the internal threads. They're just very, very tight. I put one drop, or even just a half a drop of 3-in-1 oil on it, and worked them back and forth, and they kind of loosened up a little bit. But you can see it has a pretty huge gear in there. That's what makes, that's the uh, 1:21 gear ratio. So we'll see how that works when I get them on the guitar, and I'm not going to do that in this video. This is just an introduction to what I will be doing And then I'll just try to fix up that little gash there in the guitar, match it up with some paint, and sand it down, and polish it up a little bit, try to rub out any scratches or anything. That's really the only problem right there, if you can see it. But yeah, this is on my, I'm in a wheelchair. Here's my wheelchair. Let's see. Here's my wheelchair. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm paralyzed, and I do all this stuff on my lap, and which I will be doing again. All the guitars I work on right on my lap. Yeah, well, that's it for this video. I will take another video when the next step is ready, when the next step is done. Alright. Sorry about all the shakiness, but like I said, I'm in a wheelchair and I'm holding my tablet with one hand and trying to talk and show everything. Alright. Over and out with this introduction. See you in the next video.